Time travel, like it's shown in the movie Back to the Future, that's not a thing. I believe this is how you time travel. Hello, I'm Erica, energy translator and author. Welcome to Hitchhiker's Guide to Humanity. Today we're talking about time travel, what it is and what it isn't. And guess what? You already do it. I believe that energy is the source of all things. It's always confused me how a human body could travel in time if time isn't linear. So we know that time isn't linear. Everything is happening at the same time. So to travel, your body would have to be going to a different timeline or density or a parallel world because there is no past or future. Those exist only in your minds. They're memories, projections of dreams, things like that. So it got me thinking a while back, what if time travel happens just with our energy? So we take what we need and move that to a place that our energy focuses on. We become the DeLorean, like in Back to the Future, not the other way around. Our energy travels. This includes when we dream, when we remember something, when we have strong emotions that arise, when we make decisions that affect our timeline trajectory. We actually switch timelines. Yes, the multiverse is real. I've said that before, but it makes sense. As you continue to fulfill your karmic and soul contracted experiences, your wounds, your trials, you mark that off and move toward what's next. But it is your focus of energy that moves everything. This happens in the collective too. And when I say collective, I mean the collective consciousness. That is the concentrated focus of all of the human energy on Earth. And collective timelines move based on that particular collective focus and energy. So when we're focusing on terrible things that happen, more terrible things come. When we focus on the good things, more good things come. And I know that's a simple way to say it. And I know you're like, wait, that's bypassing anything negative. And it's not, though. This doesn't mean never be upset, never be angry, never be sad. We honor these emotions when they come up. We sit with them. We don't give them a reason to stay. We don't assign blame or reasons for them. They are simply signals, and they're not meant to be absorbed. They're meant to be felt in the body somatically and then dissipate. The stories that we give our emotions are our mind trying to make sense of it. Intuition does not need your mind. It just needs your body. Your body will tell you all you need to know. But what is it in the body that's telling you these things? It's your energy within, the soul, the stars you're made of, the heart vortex we have that has a concentrated amount of collective consciousness. This is what travels. I call it the wise sage of the body because it's a lot wiser than I am here. A lot of people talk about astral travel. Astral travel is time travel. I think that sometimes it's more exciting or visceral to believe our bodies can go back to the future, so to speak. But that simply isn't the case because outside of this density, there are no human bodies. That is a unique thing to this realm only. Objects can be misplaced in different timelines and return. Mandela effects that happen, that's all because of switching timelines. We have collective timelines and personal timelines. But again, it's your focus on a specific energy frequency that does this. Your focus is the flux capacitor to the DeLorean. That's what I believe time travel is. Now, how do you use this information to help yourself? This is going to be something I do going forward in the podcast, is talk about a theory, talk about something I know, talk about something that other people are talking about. And then I'm going to tell you what you can do with it to help you, because I think that that is sometimes missing. When we get this information of all this otherworldly crap, all of this spiritual noise, sometimes and very often, it does not come with instructions on how to make your life better, on how to take this information and make your human body a better human vessel for your souls. I'm going to do my best to do that for every episode moving forward. A way for you to integrate the information that we're talking about. I think that's really important. How do you use this information to help you? You listen to that wise sage energy inside you. You stop pushing down all of that energy. You feel your emotions as they arise, but you don't keep them as your own. There's no identity to them. In the energy of the universe, we are never alone. We all have spirit teams, guides, celestial family. They're always with you. No one really leaves. Their energy, like yours and mine, time travels to where it's needed. A few practical steps that you can take. Try writing down your emotions. See if you're able to describe them without a story attached. For example, my breath is heavy. My heart is palpitating. My body is warmer than usual. Not, if they would have just listened, this wouldn't have happened. Why do they get me so anxious? This happens every time. That moves that particular feeling to the mind and out of your wise old sage energy. That's not what we want. Second, meditate and practice mindfulness. Now, I say practice mindfulness because a lot of people can't meditate, or they think that meditation is something a guru does in the top of a mountain or something. It's not. Mindfulness is just being aware of who you are in the moment. Meditation is kind of a different thing. It's really closing your eyes and feeling yourself attached to the universe in some way, or Mother Earth or something like that, you know? And that can happen with mindfulness too. What it is an awareness of what is happening around you and how it affects how you feel. So listen to the birds outside for 5 minutes at breakfast. Watch the sunrise with no distractions. Go into nature and hug a tree. No, really. They don't mind as long as you ask them permission first. Consent is needed for all of Earth's beings, every one of them. Get your tarot cards out if you have them. If you don't know how, it's okay. Pick up a deck, get to know it. It will sharpen your intuition, whether you believe that this is coming from a different energy realm or not. It's a tool like anything else you use, but it helps you focus on yourself, which is the purpose. It's time to think of time differently. It is a human construct, and what makes it real is the agreement and focus of human energy. That's it. So if you want to travel, close your eyes and dream, or perhaps take a different route home from work, or have that hard conversation you wanted to. Those are the catalyst to travel through time. What I'm also going to do in the podcast moving forward is I'm going to channel Source at the end of every podcast for messages that this particular audience needs to hear. Let me connect to the universe, source, God, divine, whatever you want to call them. They're all the same. We'll wait for the messages. You are not alone. The world is changing. The change is here. The change is now. Humanity loves a comeback story. They love the underdog. They want to root for them. And in this story, humanity is the underdog. Real, true humans that they are the underdogs. But that is only a perception. It is a smokescreen. The truly negative, dark, we'll say entities, they have no power. Not really, because the light outnumbers them. The light will always balance it in the right direction. There will always be negative entities, negative energy. It's meant to be that way. But going forward, it will be more balanced. And that is why we're here, to balance it, not to rid the world of it, not to close our eyes to the perfection that some believe is the utopia of the future. It's not supposed to be like that. It's balanced. The balance is important here. And to maintain that balance, there needs to be just as much light as there is negative energy. And now there is. The pendulum has swung. This does not mean that the hard part is over, but it does mean the trajectory has been chosen and that the negative entities that are trying to outpower the light entities have already lost. The balance has been restored. Now it just has to filter out. You will continue to see the balance of the light come and the negative go as people become aware of what was behind that very thick veil that had us in a chokehold for a very long time. This does not mean that it will be gone. It's not meant to. This planet isn't meant to be a paradise utopia, but is not meant to be like this. Violence around every corner, people lying all the time, people hurting other people in ways that there are no words to even describe. That is not the humanity that is supposed to be. That is what happens when dark entities infiltrate the humanity game. And they will be uncovered, as they are starting now. And then the majority of us who came to help with this transition will transition out, just like we've done every other time that we've come here. Just follow love, joy, and excitement, and you will find your purpose in life. Until next time, peace and love to us all.